report. Biden has let in thousands of potential terrorists. For years already, there have been high levels of concern that sleeper cells of terrorists have been infiltrating the United States by crossing its southern border illegally. It was one of President Donald Trump's main concerns, and the reason for his creation of a number of security measures to crack down on such trafficking. After all, although they came in legally, it was a terror cell of radical Islamists who hijacked 4 jets and killed nearly 3,000 people on 9/11. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Trump even tried to restrict unlimited immigration from nations that sponsor, or at least allow, terror to exist. Trending. Get everyone back. Family of U.S. hostages released by Hamas focused on helping more return. Get the hottest, most important news stories on the internet, delivered free to your inbox as soon as they break. Take just 30 seconds and sign up for WND's email news alerts. Even now, the government labels such aliens, when they are encountered, special interest aliens. But now a report from the Center for Immigration Studies reveals it has uncovered documentation confirming the Biden administration has been authorizing thousands of SIAs for escorted entries through land ports along the border since at least May 2021, using CBP One online interfaces such as a mobile phone app. The center explained through that program, Biden authorized the paroles into the country of some 7,332 SIAs from 24 countries including Iran, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan. The largest numbers actually came from Muslim-majority former Soviet republics in Central Asia such as the Kyrgyz Republic and Uzbekistan. The report explained security professionals have worried about the infiltration of terror suspects, because the presumption is that they pose a greater national security risk than other illegal entrants. But these newcomers, since they are pre-approved before they are escorted through entry points, raise questions about whether the Biden administration's DHS is conducting effective enhanced security screening beyond the standard criminal database checks used for the more than 249,000 non-SIA immigrants the CIS-FOIA records show it has paroled in since May 2021 through 8 land ports. The dispute arises at a time of heightened national concern about not only illegally entering SIA traffic at the southern border amid an historic mass migration but concern specifically about the record 270 aliens on the FBI's terrorism watch list who have crossed illegally during the Biden administration. The report noted Biden's administration never had disclosed that it was knowingly approving SIAs for admission. That's a really hard target to analyze, and to just shoot from the hip and let them in is absolute insanity in my book. James G. Conway, a retired FBI counterterrorism agent who for years after 9/11 worked in Mexico trying to detect terrorists, told the center, "How would you knowingly and wittingly bring people from terrorist countries into the United States with that level of vetting? Some of these terrorism countries don't even have an electric grid, let alone a computer system, and you can't scrub them on databases that don't exist." The whole thing is insane to me. While individuals being admitted are not necessarily terrorists, they come as strangers from nations where avowed anti-US terrorist groups are prevalent, the report said. Among the millions that Biden's open borders practice has allowed into the United States, the center documented, are more than 75,000 SIAs. Just between October 2022 and August 2023. A report at Fox News noted border security expert Laura Rise warned, "We have to act like the sleeper cells are already here in the U.S. and preemptively find them, and they should be detained." CBP recently said in a memo that people, inspired by, or reacting to, the current Israel-Hamas conflict may attempt travel to or from the area of hostilities in the Middle East via circuitous transit across the southwest border. Specifically, the warning cited Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine and Hezbollah. She blamed the Biden administration for open border policies potentially attracting bad actors to the U.S. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Secretary Mayorkas of Homeland Security unfortunately has directed ICE to not arrest, not investigate, not detain a lot of many of the illegal aliens here. And Americans shouldn't wait for a terror attack to happen for the Biden administration to act, she warned. Former Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe said in an interview this week there's been a 7,000% increase in suspects on the terror watch list caught during Biden's administration, from President Donald Trump's. And there are the tens of thousands of gotaways who are completely untracked. Time equals 400 ms, greater than important note to WND readers. Our country is going communist, warned Donald Trump recently. It's going Marxist, it's going really bad. He added, the people of our country aren't that way, but the people running it are. Is this just election season bluster and hyperbole, or can the utterly unthinkable be true? Time equals 400 ms, greater than incredibly, it is true. In 2023 America, the Democratic Party, its agendas, its core values, its wall-to-wall dishonesty, and its audacious and utterly ruthless methods, are virtually indistinguishable from those of modern-day communists. Compare the Communist Party USA's website, cpusa.org, where the featured top-of-page story is about trans rights, with the Democratic National Committee's website, democrats.org, and try to discern any substantive difference. America's plunge into atheistic Marxism in virtually every area of life, from weaponizing government and courts to destroy critics and political opponents, to crushing free speech, to corrupting and brainwashing the nation's children, and much more, is all stunningly explored in the October issue of WND's critically acclaimed whistleblower magazine, titled, America's Communist Revolution: How the Freest Nation in History is Rapidly Becoming a Marxist Police State. Beyond exposing the Marxist takeover of America's key institutions, this explosive special report goes on to reveal how Marxism, communism is actually a major world religion, albeit a false and malevolent one. It unearths what really motivates the high priests of this truly dark atheistic faith, which has captivated untold millions and murdered millions more. And it vividly illustrates exactly how and why citizens of the greatest nation in history are now experiencing, to quote Barack Obama's words, a fundamental transformation of the United States of America. This whistleblower issue is a crucial wake-up call for all Americans. Whistleblower is available in both the popular print edition and a state-of-the-art digital version, either single issues or discounted annual subscriptions. For 25 years, WND has boldly brought you the news that really matters. If you appreciate our Christian journalists and their uniquely truthful reporting and analysis, please help us by becoming a WND Insider. Content created by the WND News Center is available for republication without charge to any eligible news publisher that can provide a large audience. For licensing opportunities of our original content, please contact Email Protected.